All right. Hey, everybody. Just wanted to introduce Taylor Brune. She is the owner, CEO of Medical Minder Virtual Agency. She's done a number of talks for us. She's excellent. Number of people in the group work with Taylor. Very diverse background as far as helping with TED Talks, helping with social media content. Just a very diversified as far as what you offer, Taylor. I did want to say that I don't get anything financially here. This is not an affiliate link. There's nothing like that. Basically what Taylor does is she provides content for us, comes into the group, provides content. And I love, having events for our group that are really curated for us as female women physicians. So Taylor, thank you so much. Introduce yourself, tell people about you, and I'd love to hear it.
Thank you so much, Sharon, for having me. I'm so excited to talk about YouTube today. It is a very great resource for everyone. My name's Taylor Brune, and I created the Medical Minder Virtual Agency. I previously worked, at clinics, hospitals. My goal was to be a doctor, but after 2020, things shifted, and I decided to focus on helping physicians and other healthcare professionals, but mainly physicians, with their marketing, helping them with their business and their patient care, their social media, so that they cannot be burnt out anymore, that they have that extra support and guidance, especially with everything that's going on with the online world and online business. So I support physicians in business growth and marketing. Okay, so today I'm going to share my screen real quick because I did a presentation. Share screen. Okay. Let me know. I'm going to do full view. So let me know if you can see it in one moment.
It looks great. Taylor also does slides, presentations, helps with courses.
Yeah. Yeah, basically anything. It's, you come to me with your needs and I can tailor a package. Or if it's something completely left field that I haven't worked on, I can refer you to someone else if I know someone. But there's a lot of different projects that I can help with. But YouTube is one of my favorite, tasks and projects for my clients, because it really does, like the title says, it helps amplify your voice as a physician entrepreneur. And it also helps, make a passive income in the future, which is another goal for everyone. So this is a beginner slideshow presentation. So of course there's going to be other strategies, other details, more in depth, but today I'm going to share everything, from starting your YouTube channel and implementing different easier strategies in the beginning and throughout, just so you get the right foundation. Okay, so why YouTube? It is the largest video search engine in the world, meaning it's like Google. You look for a problem and you want to find it, and the best way to find it is through YouTube videos. And now they've introduced not just longer videos, but shorter videos too, like TikTok. YouTube builds the trust factor very quickly because it's face interaction. People learn you, people, begin to trust you as you explain, educate, and show lifestyle type videos. You can showcase your expertise beyond the clinic walls. And then monetization potential with the passive income streams from their AdSense, etc. And then, of course, it's a long shelf life for your content. So you could make a video, 10 years ago, and it would just it could just randomly go viral depending on the topic. And especially with medicine or different practice themes that you have, those types of topics stick around for decades because it's education. So you always want to have the 3 pillars: valuable content. You want to answer real questions that people search for, and there's different tools for that. You want to have consistency. You want to post regularly, like all social media platforms, but definitely consistency in YouTube as well. especially with their new feature of the shorts. I mean, it's not so new now, but it's newer than their main long form, how it's been for all these decades. Optimization, SEO friendly titles, tags, thumbnails. So it's keyword rich. So when you come up with your topics, you want to make sure you look for the different types of keywords, SEO words that you can put in your video, like saying, like in your script, you can put in your captions, in your title, etc. I'll go through that in a later slide. But those are the 3 successful pillars that you just want to remember when posting your videos. Okay, so number 1, find your niche. Like any social media, you want to focus on your zone of genius. You niche down to stand out. Women's mental health, and then you can do a specific, bipolar disorder, depression, different types of really specific niches, or you can even just stick with women's mental health and then do different videos and playlists on, depression, bipolar disorder, etc. Lifestyle medicine, sports injury prevention, weight loss, aesthetics, etc. So you want to really think, what problems can you solve in 5 to 10 minutes or more on the camera? So the more specific you are in different topics, the faster you'll grow because of search, the SEO being searched, the questions being answered. So with YouTube, they introduced the shorts. So shorts are reels. They're essentially just reels like you post on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. They're shorter videos. Long form videos is 10 minutes, plus, 5 minutes plus, and shorts are about 30 to 60 seconds. These will help you grow so fast. So you always want to make sure you're recycling all your reels from all your social media platforms onto your YouTube, so that can be growing in the background. The same rules for your shorts: quick tips, myths, patient facts, patient transformations, behind the scenes, little snippets like from your podcast interviews, little snippets from your course videos, etc. Just little 30 to 60 second videos will make a very big, powerful difference. And then, like I said, reuse the content from Instagram and TikTok. Try to make sure that no labels like watermarks from Instagram or TikTok are on it, just to optimize it being passed around. And then always hook the viewer in the first 3 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds. Mainly, you can look up hooks for your topics, the titles. You can, hook them with emotions, relatability, an interesting statistic that just sounds bizarre, that has to do with your topic. Just always try to hook them so that they continue to watch. And then you can add captions. Most people on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, it's automatically set with no volume. So you always kind of want to make sure you have the captions added onto the videos as people scroll, because then they'll be like, oh, okay, they'll read and then click. And then, so yeah, shorts have skyrocketed channels from 0 to 50K in months. My successful YouTube focused clients who were on TikTok, Instagram, and focused on building their YouTube after those 2. We just recycled her TikTok videos. Well, a few clients, but I'll focus on one. She was child psychiatrist, brand new to YouTube, 0 following on her YouTube, but she had a really large TikTok following, and her Instagram we were growing. So we recycled those videos from Instagram and TikTok, and I scheduled them to be daily, like 7 days a week, only once per day to start out. But then I started, the more videos she gave, I ended up on some days had 2 videos per day, and these were shorts. These weren't her long form, because she didn't. She focused on making shorts, so she didn't make any long form 5 to 10 minute videos. It was only shorts that she made, and we scheduled it starting out 7 days a week, and then sometimes there would be 2 or 3 posts a day. And she grew she almost hit monetization within the first 3 months, which is insane. I'm sure she's now, it's been a couple months since my project ended with her, but setting her up for that success, made me so grateful, because I'm sure she's able to monetize now, because she was so close to it when I was working with her. And that was because consistency, and her content was really great. We really narrowed down and did really good research on her topics, and she was very engaging. She listened to the types of advice, that I gave her. And then she added her own personality and flair too, and it just worked. And that happened again with another client. We didn't do 7 days, but we did 5 days, a week, 1 time a day. And that's been building now for a month, and already she's almost to 1,000 followers, which is just on shorts. So you can grow really quickly, and the watch time too, that's required for monetization, can grow as well. It's a little bit slower, obviously, than having 10-minute videos, but it can still grow. So there's hope if you just want to do the shorts rather than the long form, videos. Okay, so YouTube, the SEO basics. So I like to use TubeBuddy. It's an app. And then I also like to use Answer the Public to find keywords, key topics. One of my other clients loves the program Keywords Everywhere. It's okay. I prefer other tools, because it's just more diverse than other tools, but it's the person's preference. So there's so many different types of programs out there that caters to different aspects of what you want and what you're looking for. TubeBuddy is, kind of a general, and then Answer the Public is just a secret key website to check for keywords and viral topics. And then you also want to just search YouTube for your topic, different phrases, and then you'll be able to see what people are making their title, how you can replicate it, but make it a little bit different. And then, you want to place the keywords, like I was mentioning earlier, in your title, in your first 2 lines of your description, mainly your whole description. I like to sprinkle them throughout the whole description. And then in your tags, and then spoken in your video, which people forget. You want to make sure these keywords are in your script. And then viral video formula, the hook, the value, where you teach, explain, or entertain, and then your call to action. It's the same thing for every platform. You want to have these 3 things to outline your video. You want to make sure you say like, subscribe, watch next, for YouTube specifically. And then examples, 3 things doctors wish you knew about sleep. These are very basic, general. Obviously, with your specific practice, offerings, your niche, what you're online for, we would tailor it specifically to you. But this is just general ideas to kind of get you thinking of how to frame the titles. So 3 things doctors wish you knew about sleep, or why most people fail at stress management and how to fix it. So the problem and then the solution. Filming tips. So, you don't, in the beginning, obviously, save your money. There's a few different devices on Amazon that you can get for great pricing. And this is for, any reels, any social media. Obviously, as you create courses, podcasts, and your channels grow to a very large audience, then you want to invest in the lighting, cameras, the nicer cameras, etc., those types of things. But to start out, save money, and you can get really good lighting, natural lighting, or a ring light, a little lapel mic. That has been really successful for a lot of my clients, just a little lapel mic. And then, start with your iPhone, and then do just a regular, SLR camera, or if you have another type of camera, that also helps. You don't want to really do like Zoom videos for YouTube. You want to stick to something that will have great, clear, better quality, because it is a visual platform just like the others. And then background, clean, minimal, branded setup. Want to frame at the eye level. The thirds, you want to make sure there's a little bit of room up top so you can, have space, put a title, have your face, have down here for captions, etc. So these are just, examples of, different types of thumbnails. Obviously, each physician that I've worked with, it's been completely different based on their branding and colors and just their personalities, because not every physician is, outgoing, like that wants to make all the animation faces. Like, so I work, to be able to make you feel comfortable, but also to produce great thumbnails. But this is an example. A lot of like animated faces do well. So if you take just a random bunch of like 20 different photos of you, like a white background, doing different emotions, pointing, excited face, like, depending on your content, you can put your avatar in these thumbnails and it'll look similar to this. And these do really great, having you, the person, or the podcast hosts, if there's two people or two of you, or your office, mainly having you, the authority, in the thumbnail does really well. And then, bold, readable text. You want to have your contrast colors from your brand, show emotion on your face, and then keep style consistent across the videos. You can also, they have, if you go through, once you set up your account, you'll want to verify your account, and that's in the channel settings. And this will allow you to upload more videos and have access to advanced features where you can put links, clickable links in your captions, along with A/B testing of different types of thumbnails for one video. So each video you can test a few different thumbnails. So that is part of the verification, perks once you do that. And then content ideas, once again, this can be very niched down. This is so general that I put an example so you can start thinking. Again, top 5 myths about behind the scenes, day in the life of a doctor. Those do really well. Patient Q&A, like even interviewing like a nutritionist in your practice, or, aesthetics, if you're med spa, just including different types of interviews and people and you, and just even including like objects and teaching, like a spine or like a skull, or different things. It would be interesting. But back to content. So, answer common medical questions, storytelling. So sharing personal journey of yours or a case study of your patient or client, and then offering the solution. These are the patient transformation videos. You want to have reels on these on your other social media as well, but really sharing the personal journey of you and what you're willing to share, and then how you overcame it and how you help people overcome, obviously. So those types, and then product service tips, how your expertise helps people. So it's similar to other platforms where you want a variety of types of, content. And then, so consistency, like I said, so this is what has worked really well besides, well, a few case studies is doing reels every single day, the shorts. You can even just do that without doing the long form. But if you really want to grow even more in a quicker rate, doing at least one long form video a week, which is the 5-10 minutes plus, and then the shorts, 30 to 60 seconds, up to like a minute minute-and-a-half, etc., daily. And then once again, like I said, repurpose content from your blogs, podcasts, patient handouts, etc. You can, your publishings, the people interviewed you in the different, magazines, or if you work at a university and teach there, you can repurpose content all around. Obviously, if the university has different content marketing restrictions, don't do it. But if they don't, that is really great to share on there too. Okay, so monetization. Every single social media platform has requirements, how to get monetized, how to make money by just posting videos. And YouTube, excuse me, YouTube is a big one that takes a long time. You must join the YouTube Partner Program once your monetization status, you're able to. And that you have to have 1,000 subscribers and either 4,000 public watch hours in the past 12 months or 10 million valid public shorts views in the past 90 days. So the watch hours may be a little bit more doable. And then you'll also need to follow, obviously, YouTube's monetization policies, have no active community guideline strikes, and then set up a Google AdSense account to receive payments. So these are the requirements to get paid to post. And then once more, SEO keywords to grow, research high-ranking keywords, tools like TubeBuddy, VidQ, or Google Trends to find what your audience is searching for. So you want to balance between the high volume, low, and the medium, and see which works best for your audience, because it's going to be different for every person. And then optimize video titles. Place your primary keyword at the beginning of the title while keeping it natural, clickable, and engaging. Use keywords in your descriptions. Write detailed descriptions that naturally includes your main keyword terms, clear call to action. Add tags and hashtags. Strategically use a mix of broad and specific keywords, 2 to 3 branded, to improve the discoverability, and then incorporate keywords in your transcripts and captions. So this is just a review. And you do want to track, just to see, just like on Instagram, Meta, you want to track the YouTube analytics, which, you can track through like TubeBuddy and different programs like that. Your click-through rate, are the thumbnails working, the views, how long are people watching to the end, where are your traffic sources coming from, etc. Okay, and then a quick step-by-step roadmap. So what you want to do, set up your brand and your channel, create a clear niche, design a professional banner, logo, and write a keyword-rich channel description. Keyword research, content planning. You want to create and optimize videos, grow your audience engagement, monetize your channel at the end. So this is just a quick step-by-step roadmap if you want to screenshot this. And then your next steps, like I said, this is just more simple. Pick your niche, make your first 5 shorts this week, research 10 video ideas using keyword tools, and then schedule your first month of uploads. And then I can help you, one, answer questions. Feel free to email me. My email's right there, and I'm happy to answer your questions, especially as you begin. And then I can always help you, in the present or future if you need help managing your YouTube content creation and then editing videos, etc. So now for questions. Oh no, let me find you. Where'd you go?
Ella, thank you so much. It was excellent.
Thank you. I don't know where you went. I'm so sorry. Hold on.
I know. It's Google Meet. That's the problem. What questions does anybody have? You guys can take yourself off of mute. How about we start with this? Who has a YouTube channel?
Yeah. If not, that's okay.
Well, I can tell you, I'll give myself, I'll tell you guys about myself. I have multiple YouTube channels. One was the Female Entrepreneur, and that did really well. I started off with the power of peacefulness and changed the branding on and opened up another channel. And that definitely has been struggling. I will tell you that I just do not put time into it. Um, lately, I've been using Notebook LM. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but
No.
I'll take an article, I'll run it through Notebook LM, and then it'll give me like a podcast of AI people talking. And it's actually pretty good. Like that's fun. And then from there, I actually make a video as well. Those views, that does not get a lot of views on YouTube at all.
Okay.
Probably the AI. In all honesty, like not a surprise here. Let me take myself off the camera. Not a surprise, but honestly, like at this stage of my life, like where I am right now with my work and management, and
Yeah.
that's about all I have time for. Like I
Yeah.
juggle, and that's like I feel like there's seasons when I've said it before. So this is not the season for me on
Yeah.
that power of peacefulness to do much. My husband wanted to start a YouTube channel, and we've always tried to like talk about doing things on the side, and he's very good with stocks. And I was like,
Oh,
oh, as we move into retirement, maybe it'll be something fun for us to do together.
yeah.
Problem is we are definitely not consistent. It was like we did 3
Mhm.
videos, then we stopped because life got in
Yep.
the way. And I was like,
Yep.
wait, if we said we're going to do it once a week, we have to, like, and that's important to me. Like if
Mhm.
I actually say I'm going to do it, I do it. Like even the YouTube video that I started with the power of peacefulness, they may not be great. They may be AI, but I do put up one a week. Where the
Yeah.
restaurant one, we're not doing that. So, and there, I'm thinking about you with your shorts and stuff. I probably should make shorts. There's a lot of things I can do for consistency to get views,
Mhm.
but we just don't make the time. And I really think that's the majority of the issue. I think all of us here as physicians, I
Mm.
really do think we could put good content. I think, working with Taylor, you could really narrow down, like
Yeah.
niche it down, because I think that's a problem. Like with the power of peacefulness, I'm not niched down enough. It's a little wellness, not that much, but there's other that's like
Mhm.
I think it's too broad of a channel is the bottom line. Like I really need to just focus in on women professionals that want to advance their career and get into
Mm.
like the C-suite. Like if I were to do a channel just on that, I probably
Oh,
would be better than what I'm
yeah.
doing right now. So that's
But
my
it's part of your
story.
passion, though. It's part of your passion to have the power of peacefulness, you know?
Yeah, no, it definitely is. And I'll keep it, I feel like I keep it on in the background. The blog is doing well, the podcast is improving, but the YouTube is struggling. And I'm sure it's because it's AI generated. So did that
They
spark
they
any
flag it.
ideas?
They flag it. Yeah, they flag the AI content. All of the platforms do that. So just keep an eye on that. And then, but batching, my clients, like we batch and then I recycle them to all the platforms. So like they spend, a few days a month filming, like 1 to 2 days a month filming just tons, and then they just send it and then we batch it and schedule everywhere. So we're like a month to 3 months plus ahead.
Yeah.
So that you're not worried about, oh, I need to post a video this week. Like you have it on
Yeah.
automation. So that is what helps.
I think being
Yeah.
so having like a bank of content as well, where
Yes.
I definitely struggle with that as well. I'm like, well, what do I want to talk about this week? And I
Yeah.
used to, like with the female physician entrepreneurs, I did batch, like I was much more structured then, but I'm not anymore with what I'm doing. And it shows, like it shows in the views and all of that. So has that helped anybody? Karen, Manpreet, Jennifer? Like
Yeah,
really? Go
um,
ahead.
hi, yes, thank you. Um, I just actually thank you for the presentation.
Yeah.
I had a question a little bit. I don't know a
Mhm.
lot about the monetization
Okay.
on the YouTube account. I actually did a lot on TikTok. Um,
Oh,
but
great.
yeah, it was good. I was like an employed physician, and as I'm leaving that group, they've told like it's TikTok of me, but they've told me that like, it's their account, they own it. Um, so
But
um,
Jennifer, you could redo
uh-huh,
it. You could, like, you already have the
yeah,
content there. By looking at the video, you'd be like, okay, I could do that in probably 5 minutes. So like really quickly view.
maybe. I mean, I had the TikTok for like 5 years, so I have a lot of content, so I could redo it. I could,
Yeah.
but it would take a lot of time.
Oh,
Yeah,
But it
well,
gives you something to start with. Maybe
yeah, that's
yes.
true. Yeah,
maybe
that's
Yeah.
do
true.
those videos that were doing well on TikTok.
Yeah,
Maybe, consider redoing those over at YouTube.
Mhm.
yeah.
And then what
Yeah.
was your question for monetization? Or
Well, I just what's an example of like how much money a post makes? Like I honestly I just have no idea. Like how does like you said you hit a certain amount and then you can monetize it. Like what does that look like? Could you give an example?
yeah, like how much money a post could make.
Yeah,
Which
like where
okay.
does it what are the ranges? Where does it start from? Like how does all that even work? I don't
Oh yeah.
understand it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So there is it's called the, creator program. That's the main kahuna. TikTok has its own creator program too. But
Hmm.
YouTube creator program, after you hit the, 4,000, etc., the details that I mentioned earlier. So you'll apply, and then what you make money on is not only the views, but you also apply to AdSense, like Google Ads, I believe. It's all in the contract of when you go into the creator program. I believe it's AdSense, but you apply for the ads, and then YouTube runs ads on your videos. Not so annoyingly where it's like every 5 seconds. I think you can choose how often and which videos, but that might be different now. But once you sign up for AdSense, then, they'll be tracking the views, the watch time, for your videos that have the ads playing on it. And then you can earn, uh, like say, 5 cents per, I think like 1,000 views or something. They're very specific, and it might have changed post 2020 influencer world. Like it was very little prior to
Mm.
influencing in 2020. So now I'm sure they've changed those rates. But for example, um, you know, it's so crazy. It's just so crazy to me because there are kids like 14-year-olds and less, even like parents who have their toddlers play with toys, and they're making like hundreds of thousands of dollars a
Yeah, I've
year
heard of it.
just for
Yeah.
toy reviewing. So it's like
Hmm.
it can work, and
Yeah.
that's what the ads and the views. You just
Okay.
have to be consistent and then really niche down your brand, your education, what you're sharing. But it can really range so wide variety. So it's kind of hard to answer that question.
Okay. Yeah, I just
Um,
didn't even have any idea. So at least just a little bit of an idea.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's how it works, mainly with the ads running on your videos. And then they pay you a certain amount, and then the ads pays you an amount too, like running it on your
For
account.
your, okay, thank you. For your physician clients, is it, are they really making much money off the accounts? Is it really basically a way to like advertise direct to patients?
Yeah, so it's really great to advertise to
Yeah.
in the clients, and even like for their courses.
Courses.
Yeah, like it's a good
Mm.
funnel for, purchasing their course. One of my clients, he uh GI integrative doctor.
Mm.
He's also a surgeon. He was doing surgeries, working in the hospital 5 days a week doing surgeries. Now
Yeah.
he's down to 1 day a week doing surgery, and the rest is, his online practice with his course making. He's made a course for every single thing that he helps with, colitis, Crohn's, etc. And he has, up to this point, he was only doing TikTok and YouTube, and he made most of his money off YouTube. Um, and then TikTok was right underneath. And now he's fine.
What's his YouTube channel?
Well, I can't really
Oh,
disclose, but
okay. Well, you
he,
just get him more business.
yeah, I know. I know. But integrative GI, Crohn's, colitis, if you search, you'll see. But his videos, he educates, he speaks directly to what he's offering and helping.
And
And he's made six-figure months because of YouTube. So
but
it's
what
insane.
I guess I don't
Yeah.
I never knew about that. What kind of course is it that he offers?
Yeah, so it's
Like how does it
educational.
work?
Yeah, so educational online course, and any physician can do, an online course to educate, your specialty, one of your offerings, a disease that you specialize in.
And it's like
Um,
live videos with the doctor?
it can
Or
be
what is it
pre-recorded.
exactly?
Yeah,
Oh,
so online courses, pre-recorded module videos, you can include like workbooks for them, and then you run them, you set up funnels for them. I help with this as well. So,
oh, you do.
you
Oh,
can always have a
okay.
meeting and
They're
I'll
great.
talk you through it.
Okay.
But the course can be evergreen where
Yeah.
it's just selling in the background, and then the educational videos that he makes on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
are aligned with the course topics that he sells, so that it is a way to funnel them in, like, oh, I want to learn more about Crohn's. I have Crohn's. Like, I need this help. I need these techniques. And then that's what gets them through to not only purchase the course, but on board with him as their patient for the high ticket offer. So it's all connected. That's one really successful way that he's earned money outside of the AdSense.
Oh, okay. That's
So
interesting.
yeah,
Are
so
there a
there's
lot of
different
doctors
ways.
doing that on YouTube?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
and they're
really?
growing.
Oh,
I
okay.
mainly help them grow
Oh, okay.
and set them up. Like, I set up their channel, I post their videos, I edit their videos, I
Yeah.
do their captions, SEO, help them with video topics, and then I do the social media, and then I basically help them manage all of them, and then we grow their channels.
How long do you usually work with doctors for?
It really depends, because I've done
Okay.
3-month projects, I've done six
Okay.
months, and then a lot of doctors just stay with me after their 3 or 6 months. So I've had quite a few of them since like 2021, when I started officially this business.
Yeah.
So it really just depends, like a
Okay.
season. If you want just help setting it up and getting you started, then I
Yeah.
can help, get you up there. Or if you just want maintenance, etc. So it's really tailored to the individual, and I create those packages specifically for every client and their needs. So it's very individualized to help you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Well, I'll definitely email you after this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh,
Karen, do you have any questions? As always, Taylor, it was really very helpful.
yeah.
What else could we talk about with YouTube before we go?
Yeah. Mhm.
We could talk like about the titles, how they're important to search out ahead of time. What would people be searching
Mhm.
for?
Mhm.
Until I mentioned that with the SEO or whatever. And the same thing with the description, finding out what
Mhm.
those keywords are. Yeah. The thumbnails she covered, which is really important. Like, if you think about it, that's when you're scrolling through an attractive
Mhm.
thumbnail versus one that's not.
Mhm.
Yeah. So those are all really great talk and very helpful.
Yeah. The key to be successful in any social media platform is just do your research, or work with someone to help you do research. you know, and look at your competitors. Look at
Yeah.
what people are doing who have been successful, and replicate it, but to your own unique style, your own unique brand. So it's not, copy paste type of thing, but where you're replicating the types of funnels, the types of outlines in their video, where do they put their hook, or do they do another hook? Like different types of styles, or their editing styles. So just really researching beforehand. And also, it's part of an experience of experimenting too. So if your videos, you start out and it's small, slow growing, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. This is how every social media begins, even the, millionaires who reviewed toys. like it just always, we all
Yeah.
got to start
Start slow.
somewhere. Yeah. But
Do you
know
have
that it can
any
happen. Oh, yes.
do you have any doctors who are doing a good job at this, like site accounts you could recommend to take a look at?
So I can talk to you in the meeting, but I can't.
Yeah, I
In the
agree.
contract, it's privacy.
Oh, I mean,
So
maybe someone who's not your client, who you just think, oh, this doctor
okay.
is doing well on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, this is a good account to take a look at for an example of stuff I'm talking about. Maybe not your client, just.
Jennifer, let's talk about you. What are you interested in promoting?
Well, I am a reproductive endocrinologist, so I do fertility.
Yep.
So why don't you start looking at fertility? Like Natalie Crawford comes to mind, right? I
Mhm.
don't know if she has a YouTube.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
I know
follow her.
she has, yeah, yeah, I don't know if anyone in women's health or anything, any doctors are like have good YouTube channels that would be good to take a look at. I mean, I can look myself. I just thought
Yeah.
maybe you, since you look at this all the time, maybe you'd have some, oh yeah, these doctors are like, you know,
Other than my clients, I haven't had women's health in
well, okay.
a while for YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Been like
Well, I
a
guess I
few
have an opening.
years. Yeah, yeah.
But not
Like
only
I've
that,
done women's fertility
Yeah.
for courses and such, but yeah,
but
no, it's definitely something that's needed because
Yeah, I think
even
so.
yeah, even with one of my clients who is fertility, endocrinologist, exactly the reproductive endocrinologist as you, and she specializes in IVF and fertility.
Hmm.
I'm building her course, and just in that world, um, I've noticed like there is a need for
Yeah.
education
Yeah,
around
there is. And a
IVF.
lot of interest in a good age group
Mhm.
that looks at the social media.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're at a good place. Like, even if there's
Yeah.
not too many people who are
Yeah.
successful in this, that means you can be the one who steps up and becomes the thought leader and the focal point and the most successful, fertility YouTuber physician. So that's kind of have that in the back of your head too when you research.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
yeah, you learn so much by talking to different people, having
Yeah.
somebody to help. You really have to do the research. Even if we put you in touch with a couple of channels, if you just went and researched fertility, right? And see
Yeah.
some of the channels that are going to come up, they're probably not even going to be doctors, let's be honest. They're going to be
Yeah.
moms that
Yeah.
tried to work through, and they're going to be
Mhm.
really because they have some sort of like an emotional tug with their audience.
Mhm.
But that doesn't mean that you can't watch their videos and take some good idea. And this is the work that Taylor does. Like, she'll come
Yeah.
out with really good ideas
time.
for you to,
Yeah.
and it's really this time. It's either you can do your
Mhm.
research and spend hours doing it. And I'm not like, again, I have no financial gain here. Or
Yeah.
you could hire someone such as
Yeah,
Taylor to
No,
do
yeah, I mean,
research
it sounds
for you.
great. I'd never even thought about these courses. It's a area I hadn't even thought of. I just thought of it as like, well, educating, which is nice as
Yep.
like something that I get enjoyment from,
Yeah.
educating on topics that are not spoken about a lot. But then direct to patient marketing, like through TikTok, I had done that, but I didn't even think of this courses that you're mentioning about, which is
Oh,
very
yeah.
interesting.
I don't know,
yeah.
Jennifer, you did all those years on, TikTok. Go back and take a look, like what were the popular ones? I'd start
Yeah.
there.
Mhm. And then load
Yeah,
those
no,
on
definitely.
your YouTube
That should
as
be part of the
shorts.
strategy.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
create the more popular ones too, from your TikTok. You can create the long form 5-10 minute plus videos
Yeah.
on that successful TikTok.
Yeah,
'Cause you
that
already
makes
know
sense.
people are wanting, and they're gonna want more, because it's only
Yeah.
a short TikTok. So that will help grow you fast too, is creating it not only for your shorts, but for your long form videos.
Yeah.
Sit down with a pad and pen and think about like the 5 most common questions that people ask over and over again.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
content
no,
from
yeah. No, I have, yeah, I mean, I have done that a lot. I guess I'm just thinking about, I guess in the menopause space, there's that one doctor who did so much. I don't know if she did courses really, but she did so much on social media.
we talking
Which
about
one?
Mary Claire. Which one?
Yeah.
There's a few of them. She's
Yeah.
done courses. She started off
She
with the
did
Galveston
courses?
diet.
Mhm.
Started off with the Galveston diet.
Oh,
That was
yes,
Like
that's right.
she
before she
started
got
off with
into
like a
menopause.
diet, right?
Started
It was a course
diet.
about a diet, basically, I guess,
Yep.
right?
It was.
Yeah.
And then because
Yeah.
Facebook gave you a hard time as far as advertising with diets, she was
Uh,
like, oh, menopause. It's all like, perimenopausal. And she switched it to like menopause, which was more
yeah.
accepting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can always do like
Interesting.
fertility and diet, how to prep
Yeah, I know that's
fertility.
something I've thought about like putting on there because there are a few studies on fertility diet. So
And then
I'm
also
not
like,
gonna do a whole diet course, but
I think you need to
maybe
work with Taylor. I really
I
do.
know, I think I do.
You have a
I'm
lot of
well,
good
wait,
working
there's
on
ideas.
another topic real quick before we go, another topic.
Yeah, yeah.
What would be really successful, because even, like a family member who's struggled with fertility the last few years,
Mhm.
hearing her, being around her, hearing her pain points, her needs, what she needs, one course idea, and even videos too, that would be really great and is needed because of the high rates of infertility, is how do couples men and women prepare 3 months, 6 months, a year in advance from conception, because we all know there are things that our bodies will need to be able to optimize a healthy pregnancy, not have, miscarriages. That diet, reduce alcohol, reduce tobacco, those types of things. Like, make a mini course on that, because that'll sell like hotcakes, because everyone's like, give me a roadmap step by step of what to do to get pregnant in this time period. And especially also talking about getting off birth control and then getting pregnant, how to, reacclimate your body, post being on those hormones all that time. Your body has to detox it and normalize and, be in that healthy homeostasis before it, conceives. So like those types of topics and those needs are needed in the fertility space, that I've done research, for my other client, and also have seen like with my friends and family members.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. Jennifer, if you want to talk to Taylor, you have her email there.
Oh, yeah.
I think I took a screenshot of that. Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah, and I put it in the chat too.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Taylor, do you know off the top of your head when we're meeting again?
October 6th, I think. Yes, I think, hold on, that Monday. I believe it's
Yep, I have
October 6th.
Yep. Do you know the title by chance? It's okay.
I can send it to you.
I have it. I just have to look it up.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will see you October 6th. We have a calendar, and I know it went out on the email yesterday, the newsletter. But anyway, I'll do I'll advertise. I'm trying to say? I will prepare ahead of time. Probably give it a good week of advertising compared to this time around.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting seeing like the topics that people really want to hear about. And it's the courses and the launch.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So I might have to do a part 2 on that, because it's crazy like how many people showed up to that. So we'll see. But anyways, thank you everyone so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I hope you guys have a beautiful day.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye, Sharon.